Good day, everyone. Welcome to Morning Sip. On today's show, we continue Life Be Lifing with some practices because you'll know what I say practice makes progress. So, how can we make progress when life be lifing? So, welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa. SIP stands for Spirit and Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, we are in our Life Be Lifin' series. And it's been a wonderful series. And if you don't know, it was inspired by something not so wonderful, right? It was inspired because my husband suffered a small stroke last week. And I was getting ready to say unexpectedly, but most strokes are unexpected. And that's a perfect example of life be lifing, right? And so while life be lifing, life also be living. So Marco is making progress, and I wanted to focus on that today how we can practice making progress when life be lifing. How can we continue to make progress when life be lifing? When we are experiencing unexpected, unpredictable challenges in our lives in any shape, form, or fashion. Some could be medical, some could be a loss, some could be disappointment, some could be anything under the sun. We have all experienced it, have all experienced challenges, right? And so we can capture that in that phrase that life be lifing. But we can also capture practice makes progress when life be lifing. So I've asked all of you to think about your acronym. Excuse me. Drink some water. Think about your acronym for life, L-I-F-E. And y'all have come up with some wonderful ones. The one that I have been using and leaning into is let it flow easy. Let it flow easy. And it has really helped me because it's been a roller coaster ride of emotions from frustration to gratitude, from anger to acceptance. It has been a range, right? And I always say, feel your feelings, don't fake the funk. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. And so it's been challenging. And some days I have not wanted to get out of bed. I spent the weekend binge watching stuff on live streams, all the things, right? But in all of that, what grounds us? So I'm inviting you to come up with your statement for life, your acronym for life. And Shay came up with a bunch, but the one that I'm sharing here is love is for everyone. Love is for everyone. So some of you shared some yesterday. And I meant to capture it. And then when I went back to get it, it was gone. So I just learned on, this is a sidebar, on YouTube, if I don't capture it before I exit the screen, the stream, it just disappears. So that's a good knowing for me to capture it before I exit. So if you shared one yesterday, please share it again today so that I can capture it. Your acronym for life. All right, so let me check in with y'all, and then we're going to get into some practices that we can use when life be lifing. So, good day, everyone. Good day, Linda from the mountains of Colorado. We finally had a break in our weather here because it was fire yesterday. It was fire yesterday. So, I'm glad that we're about 30 degrees cooler today. Let's go, say cool. Sending you love and light. Hey, Margaretta, it's good to see you. Good day, Shay Love. Good day, Ron. It's good to see everybody. Yes, thank you, Margaretta. Great that Marco is making progress. Keep your head up, girl. Keep pushing. Yes, Margaretta. Thank you, girl. And that's what we are doing. We are moving forward, knowing the highest good and knowing that healing is happening in the invisible realm and not to get sucked in by the appearance of things. That was the talking to that I had with myself yesterday. Don't get sucked in by the appearance. So, practices. So, I've been going down the rabbit hole with the saying, life be lifing, because I just find it so interesting to me that this slang term has taken on a life of its own in mainstream. And there is so much information about it online. So I want to share this that I shared, that I discovered yesterday as I was exploring the term life be lifing. So it's under the heading of navigating the chaos. And sometimes life can be chaotic, right? We can experience chaos in our lives, or we could bear witness to chaos. And when it feels like life is just lifing harder than we can manage sometimes, here's things that we can use, tools that we can use, practices that we can use to ground ourselves. So I'm going to share a couple of mine, and then I'm going to share some that I discovered online that I'm sure we're all familiar with in some shape, form, or fashion. So, what is my number one? When life be lifing, what is my number one thing? My spiritual practices. My spiritual practices. And for many, that is the first thing that goes out the window. All of the things that we do for our own self care and centeredness goes out the window sometimes when we're going through challenges or trying to navigate chaos. So, spiritual practice, and mine is comprised of inspirational reading. I read something that inspires me, that grounds me, that uplifts me, that might be spiritual and focused, but not necessarily so. No news, no checking my phone first thing in the morning, none of that stuff that pulls you away from your center and pulls you into chaos. Because most of the stuff on social media and the news is in that vibration, right? Of low vibration. Let's just call it that, just low vibration. Not all of it, but the majority of it. So, inspirational reading. Then I write. I do inspirational journaling. Sometimes it's from what I've read. Most of the time, it's asking for guidance or just um, writing down my desires, writing down as if it's already done. 3, I do transcendental meditation. That's 20 minutes twice a day. I pray. Before I get out of the bed, I do 2 things. I say what I'm grateful for, and I say my prayers before my feet hit the ground. No matter what, pray and gratitude. And what I have incorporated um, This is my second week of doing it consistently. And I started doing this before um, Marco's stroke happened, as if the universe knew I would need some extra support. I started doing yoga asanas. So, yoga asana is a specific type of yoga that is married with transcendental meditation. So, I've been doing that every day since last week, and it has been wonderful and provided me with such ease, right? Because usually I do strength training, I do a lot of cardio when I go to the gym, but doing this yoga has really been like a comfort, right? And just easy on my body. It's I can still work up a little sweat, but it's nothing like, you know, pumping out iron. It ain't like that. So those are some of the tools that I use to support myself when life be lifing. Also, talking to a trusted friend is a very powerful way to give support to ourselves when life be lifing. And to have discernment about who you share with is really important, because you don't want to call somebody or reach out to somebody and you sharing with them this is what's happening, and then they start telling you what's happening in their lives. This it's not the time for that, right? You want someone who's going to listen, hear, and offer some support and comfort, words of encouragement. Not It's not an invitation for the other person to dump on you. So choose who you share with carefully. Carefully. Yes? So here are some others. Embrace the flow. Acknowledge that life has natural ups and downs. Every low period is temporary. We talked about this the other day. All of this is temporary. And it can also provide a lesson or a moment for growth. And this is so important, because life is an opportunity. When things come up, it is an opportunity for us to see it as an opportunity to grow. What is the growth here for me? What is it that I may need to look at from a different and higher perspective, right? When something happens with someone in our close circles, people that we love, we can also see, okay, is there anything here for me that I need to pay attention to? Yes, this is happening to my husband, right? But is there something here that I need to pay attention to for myself? Because we're all connected. We're all connected. I love this one. Prioritize self care. Prioritize self care. Take time to recharge and rehydrate. Wear comfortable gear or find a cozy mental space to just be. You can check out lifestyle moments like Life Be Lifing that embrace the messy and magic moments. So give yourself the care and the gentleness to recharge. And I love that they added and rehydrate. I have been drinking so much more water these last couple of days, and it's really been wonderful. And another thing that happened that no, it happened after the stroke, but I had planned to participate in it before Marco's stroke occurred, and that was doing a reset, a nutritional reset with my walking group. So there's a group of us within the walking group who have made a commitment starting the Monday that passed to reset. And what we've been doing is only eating raw foods of fruits and vegetables. And the only thing that I've been eating that's cooked is this cabbage soup that all of us made. And so that's what I have for dinner with a salad, and that's it. So I juice in the morning, which I normally do around 12, 1 o'clock. And then I have my fruits and vegetables or salad, some snacks on nuts or seeds, and then my dinner of cabbage soup and a salad. And having that and drinking a lot of water, having that hydration and that nutrition has also helped me because I just feel my body feels lighter. So again, not knowing any of this was going to happen and actually thought about not doing the reset because it happened. And then I said, no, Melissa, do the reset. Do the reset. Really pay attention to what you are putting into your body and give your body, your system, this temple, a break. Just give it a break because it works so hard and diligently. So just give it a break. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and cabbage soup. That's it for 5 days. And I might do it for 2 extra days and make it 7. So prioritize self-care, whatever that is for you, and keep your circle close. Oh, I can't say enough about this. I am so grateful and thankful for my inner circle, and that I stay close to them and they stay close to me. And so this is what it says: stay connected with friends and family, even if you haven't responded to a text or seen them in a while because of what life is throwing at you. True connections are there for the come up and the cool down. And that is the truth. I am so blessed. I have a number of girlfriends who I don't talk to often. We may actually only talk a couple of times a year. But if something comes up in my life or their life, we pick up the phone and we call each other. And it's not any conversation about, well, why haven't you called me? We haven't spoken so long. It's none of that. It's none of that. It's just, girl, what's going on? How can I support you? It is that. It is that every single time. And I'm talking about for the last 20, 30 years, to have that kind of love and support in my life is priceless for me, and that I get to give that back as well. So those were some that I found as I Googled around. Nothing new, nothing earth shattering, but it's something that we can practice. Something that we can practice, because practice makes progress, and we know that it does. So when life be lifing for you, practice makes progress. Reach out, tune in, take it easy, let it flow easy. Love yourself through it, because Shay said love is for everyone, and that includes you, and that includes me. It includes everyone. So we will wrap this up tomorrow, our Life Be Lifing series. If you need support, please reach out. Please reach out. You can send me a message through my social media. If you have my phone number, you can send me a text. Reach out, if not to me, then to someone that you are close with and who knows the highest good for you. Knows the highest good for you. All right? All right, y'all. Let's get into some joy news. So last night we had our wonderful spiritual living book study with Chris Ferrero. We're reading her book, Manifesting the Practical Simple Guide to Creating the Life You Want. And it was a wonderful, wonderful session last night. We are meeting every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Zoom. You could scan that QR code or go to rocklandcsl.org for information and for the Zoom link. If you want to catch up, now we're starting to get into the book now. So read the introduction and part 1 and 2. That's where we are. So if you can do that before Wednesday, join us. Join us on Wednesday at 7 p.m. And tonight, we have our visioning There we go. We have our visioning experience with moi. And visioning is one of my favorite spiritual tools to use. And it is a journey through questions, it is a journey through listening with the ears of spirit as we open ourselves to the divine answers that are within us. And we connect through love consciousness to reveal the answers for our lives. What is the highest good for our lives? What are my talents and gifts and skills that I can use towards the vision for my life? These are the type of questions that we engage in. So shout out to Fee King for organizing this. It is open to the world. It is open to the world. You need to register at Eventbrite. There is the link there. So go to the bit.ly information that you see on the screen and join us tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It is a donation based experience. We suggest at least $15. So join us for a wonderful, wonderful visioning experience and use it as an opportunity to check in, right? To check in and to see and hear what God has for you, through you, and as you. Yes? Yes, yes, yes. All right. So, well, we got a little time, so let me check in again. Shay said, I'm about ready to do my spring cleanse. It's our Ayurvedic, I always get tongue tied. Chicory, ghee, apple, oatmeal for 3 days. Okay. All right, Shay. Shay, I love that for you. So blessings on that spring cleanse. We're about to conclude our spring reset tomorrow, but I'm going to keep going, I think, until Monday. So I get a full 7 days in. And yeah, so whatever you're doing that supports your whole system, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, vibrationally, it is wonderful, wonderful. Keep practicing, because when you keep practicing, you keep making progress. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So have a wonderful today. I hope to see some of you this evening at 7 p.m. for visioning. Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes.